So my name is September Story. If this is your first time, welcome to all. This year I've been doing a word of the month challenge and we are almost halfway through, which is kind of crazy. As you can see, I'm doing some little flower doodles with both mild liners and Crayola super tips, and then I'm going over them with the Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen. So sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. The word for this month is Anthesis, which means the flowering period of a plant from the opening of the flower bud. I do want to give you a heads up. I often use quotes in my bullet journal, but this month I think I set a record for how many quotes I put in my monthly spreads. So I'm going to try to keep up with reading all of them to you. So we will see how that goes. Here I am cutting out a piece from an old calendar that I really liked and just didn't want to throw away. The pictures of the succulents were cut out from that same calendar. The first quote is from Louis Giglio. If you're thinking that you don't deserve a second chance from God, it's important to remember that you didn't deserve the first one either. I went on a nice little walk this morning behind our apartments. It's been raining a lot, so there were puddles everywhere. It's still trying to rain, so there's a little bit of thunder. And the birds were just so loud today. There's baby birds' nests everywhere. I saw so many different kinds of birds. There was a blue jay. I heard a dove, for sure, and all different kinds of birds. And then, of course, there's a lot of baby birds' nests in the apartments. Like, I think almost every apartment building here has a baby bird's nest in it. And so I was able to watch mama birds come in with all the worms that they'd found in the mud. And it was really cool. I really like trees, and so I took some pictures of some trees, mostly their roots. There were some really cool roots. I don't know what to tell you. It was awesome. Try to write a book you believe that only you can write. Daniel Lodell. Being full of Christ means loving all he loves and hating what he hates. Ellen Nelson. A river cuts through a rock not because of its power, but its persistence. From Kim Writes Books on Instagram. Now, if you thought there was a lot of quotes on that last spread, you haven't seen anything yet. But first, I cut out a photo of a sunflower from the interwebs. I probably have a link for that in the description, so check for that. God hasn't forgotten one word of promise he ever spoke to you. Tim Sheets. The irony is that while God doesn't need us but still wants us, we desperately need God but don't really want him most of the time. From Francis Chan and Crazy Love. If we want to love God more, we have to know him more deeply. R.C. Sprout. You don't even have the capacity to imagine what God is going to do through your life. Elevation Church. It takes a great deal of grace to be able to bear praise. Charles Spurgeon. Excellence is not perfection. It's taking what you have and doing the best you can do with it. Joyce Meyer. Even on your most rebellious day, God blesses you with the warmth of the sun, the whisper of the wind, and the song of the bird. Paul Tripp. We should be rigorous in judging ourselves and gracious in judging others. John Wesley. Jesus Christ knows the worst about you. Nonetheless, he is the one who loves you the most. A.W. Tozer. So this is kind of a little miscellaneous page where I have kind of a wish list and just 2 trackers for this month and more quotes. So let me get on that. God's plans for you are better than any plans you have for yourself. So don't be afraid of God's will, even if it's different from yours. Greg Laurie. Your battle is not with the person in front of you. From Honey-Coated Words on Instagram. Now on to the calendar spread. I'm going to be doing it pretty much the same way I did last month, where both pages are mostly full up of a list calendar, but it's split into 3 categories, kind of a general calendar area, writing section, and a content creation section. I was doing separate spreads where I'd have like a main calendar, a writing calendar, and a content creation calendar, but that was ridiculous and too complicated, and I don't want to have to flip between to figure out my life. So I like that here I can have everything together. So if I'm planning, I want to plan all day in writing, but then I see, oh, I have this event to do, I can plan accordingly, that kind of thing. But yeah, the sticker I think I got from a little local shop. And I think I'm gonna have another sticker that I got from that same place in my writing spread. No, content creation. Whatever. It'll be there. The other little stickers on this spread are from miscellaneous planner sticker packs that I have left over from years of planning. So if I don't have the music too loud, hopefully you'll be able to hear the baby birds are being extra loud. Oh, and that last quote on the calendar spread was, "No matter the chaos running wild in her mind, her Savior forever brings peace to her heart." From Morgan Harper Nichols. Now on to the writing spread. So I went to print a photo off of Pinterest and I was out of paper. So there's me replacing the paper with the handy dandy instructions. And now we're back going, doing it, getting it done. I made a word count tracker, which doesn't actually matter at this point because I realized that this month I'm working on plotting. So there you go. But, you know, and I did make a goal section as well, which would be to figure out the plot for book 1 again. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. The whole thing, I'll tell the story some other time. And then there's that still growing sticker, which I love, that also came from that little shop. And here's the photo, or here's a photo I printed off of that same little printer. And the mushroom sticker, actually, I got at a coffee shop. They were giving away free stickers, which, yes, that was a wonderful day. And then that photo, I'm gonna put a link to my Pinterest board below so you can find where it came from. If I printed off the printer, chances are I did not make it myself. I just love this picture of the screaming woman. I felt like she embodied a character in my book whose name is Deidre, which means raging woman. Super fun. The desire to write grows with writing. Desiderius Erasmus. In writing, punctuation plays the role of body language. It helps readers hear the way you want to be heard. Russell Baker. Did you see our little visitor? That was our cat, Domino. There she is. Hey, Domino. She was super needy that day and would not stop scratching at the door, so I finally let her in for a little bit. A life of purpose can only be fulfilled when we put God first and make him the center of our lives. From the Immeasurably More blog. Never quit the call on your heart, even if it sounds crazy. Even if it is the last thing you ever thought you would do. If the passion exists, it likely has a purpose. Don't be afraid to try. Sydney Stevens. This font is so fun. It's just so intricate. I don't do it all the time. I'll try to share it on Pinterest where I found it. So I forgot that I already wrote out the Daniel Liddell quote and thought, you know, I mean, it is perfect for that spread, but I already did. And now moving on to the content creation spread, starting with my Instagram and YouTube followers and subscribers trackers. Another one of those stickers that I bought at a local shop is really pretty and I love it, but the caption says overthinker, and I did get it because I'm like, I relate to that, but then I was like, I just don't know that that's something I should just be looking over every day, if that makes sense. So I just covered up the word overthinker with content creation, and I think it works. I added a Dutch door to this spread this month because I wanted to write out the steps I need to take each time I do a YouTube video. Setting up equipment, planning out the spreads, planning the voiceover, doing the voiceover, and I just want to be able to accurately plan out how long it's going to take, what days I should do what kind of a thing, if I have everything in front of me. If we commit to becoming the kinds of people God created us to be, our lives will tell better stories than our words ever will. Live undistracted. Bob Goff. Proverbs 16:3. Ask the Lord to bless your plans, and you will be successful in carrying them out. Stop overthinking things and just do. From wholeheartedwoman.org. Growth is often uncomfortable, messy, and full of feelings you weren't expecting, but it's necessary. Molly Ho Studio on Instagram. Get into the habit of asking yourself, does this support the life I'm trying to create? From jademarie.co.uk. And then I just wrote out create, give, embolden. I forgot to do a flip through, so check out my Instagram to see photos of each spread.